I have a Goodman furnace flashing 6. Lockout. Could it be a bad thermostat? Optional information, brand, Goodman 90 Plus type of HVAC, heater and furnace. What have you tried so far? Don't know exact model number, check thermostat wiring to make sure it has positive contact. I also have a Hardt wood burning boiler heat exhanger and thermostat hooked on. Cannot get either one to work as blower kicks on and stays on. Changed fuse but no help. Unit flashes 6 each time I turn it on. I don't have a meter. Is there printing on the inside panel that tells what the flashing 6 indicates?
Open ROLLOUT or open fuse.
A ROLLOUT switch is a manual reset switch on most of those Goodman units. It has a red mini button and 2 wires. Do you see it? Plus it's on a metal plate above the burners.
Yes, it has 2 of them. I had already reset both of them. No help. When I turn the power on, the blower just turns on by itself.
I refer to the blower as the big squirrel cage that moves the air through the house. Are you referring to the inducer motor as the blower? I need clarification.
Large blower motor, squirrel cage, runs continuously. Induction motor starts up and shuts off 20 seconds ladies as igniter plug did not turn on.
Okay, are you removing power to reset the board each time? It may require this reset as well as pressing the manual reset. You can tell by the blinking lights if it is assuming normal operation. One thing that doesn't make sense is how can the ROLLOUT switches trip if the igniter is not allowing ignition?
I shut off the power, reset the ROLLOUTs and restart after 5 minutes. Keep getting 6 flashes. Can the thermostat be bad? Blower runs when thermostat is shut off.
It's not the thermostat because it is calling for heat like it should. The power is dropping off of the call for heat. If you don't have a meter, you can determine where it is dropping off with a jumper wire. Just don't jump to common. Look at the wiring diagram and see if you think you can help me by jumping one step at a time along the W path. Otherwise, I will wait while you go buy a meter.
Need to buy a meter but not till later tonight.
We can fix it with a meter or at least tell what is causing the voltage drop off. Open fuse doesn't even seem like a possibility and generally one will fire off. Sometimes those ROLLOUT switches will fail from repeated resets. This sounds likely. We may have to address what is causing the ROLLOUT to trip. If you are going to Home Depot to get the meter, I might suggest that you get a CO sensor. They are very inexpensive nowadays and every old furnace should have one. The last one I bought was $17. That reset switch has been trying to let you know that the combustion system is not exhausting properly. If the heat exchanger is cracked, the CO sensor will let us know that.
This is a new furnace that I installed last winter because my blower quit on my old furnace. I used it for my wood burner, didn't use the actual furnace. I have both thermostats shut off and blow keeps running. What do I need to jump?
The blower running is a separate issue. It may be the fan switch at the thermostat is set to on. Have you tried that?
Shut the fan switch off on both thermostats. Turn temp down so that thermostat temp has been met. Blower keeps running.
Take the green thermostat loose from the G terminal of the furnace and see if the fan goes off, please, and let me know.
Still running.
Reset the main power and it should go off.
I did. It kept running. Every time I turn the power on, the blower motor and induction motor start up. After 20 seconds, the induction motor stops. Blower keeps running until I shut it off. Still get 6 flashes.
That's because you have a call for heat. Take away the call for heat at the thermostat and try it again.
Turn thermostat way down below house temp. Pulled green wire on furnace. Hit switch, both motors fired up. Not good. Thermostat?
Take away the white wire now. If fact, take away all of the thermostat wires one at a time until the fan goes off. You may have a short in the thermostat wires. Let's start with the unit and see if it works before we try to control it. I have to go out on a call, but I will check back later. Remove the thermostat wires and then one at a time touch the unit control wires to red. Green first, white second, yellow third. Stop there and let me know when I get back.
Pulled all the wires and blower still runs. Not good.
When you trace back the wires from the blower, do they come to that board or to a relay?
Got a meter.
Good. Those Goodman units sometimes have a heat sequencer for the blower relay, and that is good when they fail because they can more easily be replaced than the expensive circuit board. If you trace the blower wires back to the controller, or on the wiring diagram, do they come to a relay of a circuit board?
Working at home right now. I will try to check it when I get a break. This is a Goodman model GMH95 if that helps with the troubleshooting.
Good morning. I am available when you are ready to continue.
All the wires from the blower motor go to the circuit board. Maybe time to call service tech.
I looked at the wiring diagram and everything goes through that board. A warranty board replacement is in order if the blower runs all of the time with no low voltage inputs. I am inclined to agree with you since we already determined that this is the case. If you bought the unit yourself, you may be able to get a new board under warranty.
Talk to place where I bought the furnace from. Told me to jump R&W and furnace will start and run. Well, it is still in lockout. What would be causing the lockout? Blower just keeps running.
Should come out of lockout when you reapply power. It should try to start up again and give an error code. Like I said, I think it needs a new board. Maybe they have a used one you could try. Turn off all power again and then reapply power. Then jump R to W, and if it is still lockout, replace the board.
After talking to the company I bought it from, they told me to bring the board in. They checked it, said it checked good and sold me a returnable board. Told me to jump lockout wires. Found primary lockout in the center of furnace bad. $7.50 later, I am back in business. I am not going to rate you as you never told me to jump the lockouts. I would have been done 2 days ago.
Wow. I never saw a unit that is never fired up with an open limit switch that won't close and a blower that won't shut off. Good job with your perseverance. We never got to the place where we use the meter because of the blower on all the time. It does make sense in retrospect because normally when that high limit switch is broken it is because the plenum is overfiring. That's why the blower was stuck on to cool down the plenum. The high limit switch is not meant to continually reset, it has a limited number of resets. The wood-burning stove must have tripped that by overfiring, by the Goodman specs, until it finally broke for good. Thanks for your help in making me a better online troubleshooter. Next time I see someone working dual fuel, I'll remember that. Good luck.
Now I seem to have another issue. Everything worked fine on both systems. When I came home, nothing was working. The unit was dead. No lights, but I have 110 to the card. Fuses are good.
Good morning, I'm sorry that you are having problems. Is it possible that the wood-burning system is too hot for the furnace high limits? Did you tell the guys at the Goodman distributor that you have dual fuel? It may interfere with the warranty. Is the blower stuck on like it was before? This is where I would start. I will be here to help you. Get your meter ready and answer these questions and we can proceed.
Just checked voltage from R&C and got nothing. Should be 24 V. Transformer has 110 back in and nothing out. Suspect transformer is bad as control board uses both AC and DC from info that I read. I disconnected the thermostats and jumped R to W and nothing happened.
There should be a fuse on the board to protect the transformer. It sounds like you will have to replace the transformer, and you can protect the new one by putting a 3 amp car fuse in line on the R line. Are you still having issues? I am still willing to help if you are.
Far after changing the transformer, the wood burner is working as it should for the last 2 days.
How about the furnace, and did you put a fuse in line to protect the transformer? I thought there was one on that board, but it would have blown and it didn't. I always install one if there isn't one because transformers fry so easy. Remember, the weak link in the chain is the overload that failed, and you might want to have that limit on hand or fire down the wood burner a bit. Also, the transformer has an additional relay in the circuit to bring on the wood burner, so stay aware of that. The transformer can be sized up a bit in Virginia. If it blows the fuse, which is better than blowing a transformer, you either have a short intermittent, though it may be, or need a bigger transformer.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert, now visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.